This is another day the Lord has given to us, and He has making a way for us to meet this day. In fact, greetings to everybody who has made it to listen to us. Live from Sister Ghana Radio, my name is Isaac, and we are here live to discuss your health, our concern. And we are to discuss benefits of digital detox on mental health. We are all at fault. Always have been using phone. You have been using phone. Always on social media, typing, doing a whole lot of things. Today we are going to see the benefits of how to detox these situations. From my weakness, and we are live from Adunfie, and we have a very handsome young man, a clinical psychologist, and also advocates in mental health. And I call him Justice because he's Justice Man. In fact, I guess I'm also some friend na on your time. And in our country, we say, training the higher in your monchen, you so dies and you run, so he will introduce himself when his time is due. But before then, try as much as possible, subscribe to this channel. And also share to the various people that you know. And you can also have us or join us live from the various social media platforms, Sister Ghana Radio or Sister Ghana Radio. The same. On social media platform, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Let's spend some few seconds to share this on our various platforms, and we'll be right back. And special thanks to our musician, Mr. Eric Akompon. Heal me. Anyway, I am the rough. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, yes, and you may die. Can you please introduce yourself to our guests?
Okay, so like they've already mentioned my name, I'm Justice Ajoklu, and I'm a clinical health psychologist and a mental health advocate, and I'm also an entrepreneur.
Wow, entrepreneur. Yes. We talk about that one later. And special thanks to our listeners who have also devoted themselves and their time, your resources to listen to us. In fact, your health, our concern, we are always there for you. And you are once again welcome, Mr.
Thank you very much.
So as the name goes, Mr. Justice, so you're going to do justice to the topic.
Just call me Justice.
Yeah, Justice. All right. So the topic is mental benefit, the benefits of digital detox. So when it's a DNS, it's a very big name. When we say digital detox, what does it mean?
All right. So first of all, before I go ahead to respond to your questions, I want to throw a shout out to my mentors in psychology, Auntie Charlotte Myers, Mrs. Rosemond, Dr. Derek Opong, Dr. Kofi Krafena.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and then also greetings to everyone who is listening to us and who will listen to us, and to the Adunfie, leaders, especially Daddy Tony and Mama Teresa. Thank you very much. So, a psychologist sees things through 4 angles,
okay,
or 4 perspectives, or 4 views. So we say that a psychologist is a doctor of the human soul, and the human soul is made up of major components or major constituents like the mind, the emotions, their choices, their ability to choose, or their will. Okay, so that is what we are more interested in, unlike other health practitioners who are interested in the body, treating of diseases and everything.
Yeah.
So the first view or the first angle or the first dimension a psychologist sees things is through the biological perspective. And the biological perspective has everything to do with the human body.
Yeah.
You see how your body functions. So we'll say the physiological functions of your body, how your nervous system, your excretory system, your reproductive system, your other systems of your body, how they work.
System.
Exactly. All right. So when a case is presented to us, or when there's a situation, we look at from the biological. So sometimes we'll say, let us go and run a scan. We'll say, let us go and run a scan on the human brain.
Okay,
to
like
be able to confirm.
HCT or MRI.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we also have EMT. I think there is also a test like that.
Yes.
For the brain. All right, because it helps us have a holistic understanding of the individual, not just something that is affected. We want to treat the individual holistically. All right, so that's one dimension. So there are certain sicknesses that brings about certain mental health issues. All right, so for example, if someone has an extreme or severe malaria, the likelihood of the individual having hallucinations is high.
Yes, and it's obvious.
Exactly. Likelihood of the individual becoming sad is high.
Yes.
The person is not like the person doesn't have money. The person is sick, and it has had an impact on their mental health. Then the second stage is the psychological. And when we say psychological, there are two major sides to it. Okay. There is the emotional part of the individual, and then there is the mind part of the individual, or the thought part of the individual. Then the third part, which is the social part, has to do with the individual's environment, the individual's interaction with his environment. So the people in the environment, the buildings, the places the individual goes, even the atmosphere, the climate change has an impact on the individual. Okay, so we also explore where they have grown or where they are at their workplace, whatever it is. Then the final part is the spiritual part.
Okay.
Now, the spiritual part has nothing to do with angels and demons. It has everything to do with the individual's belief system.
Yes.
All right. It has everything to do with the individual's values, the individual's tribal background. What is it they grew up believing in? The individual's church. What is it they grew up believing in? So sometimes when we see cases, we ask you, are you a Christian? They say yes. If you're a Christian, what kind of church do you belong to? Because another person in one church, sees things differently from another person.
Yes.
Or let's say an Orthodox, and then a Pentecostal or a charismatic.
Yeah.
They all have a unique understanding over certain things. Now, why someone will be asking, why am I talking like this? I'm talking like this because in the midst of our presentation, our response to certain questions, we will go through these perspectives. So that when we are talking in one perspective, the person will say, but this person is a psychologist. He's only interested in the mind. Why is he talking about the environment? So that so I'm trying to clear the misconception. So
before we go to the digital detox.
So I've set the background.
And then in fact, when we say complete health,
yes,
there is one thing I always see, that no one is perfectly fit. Complete health. Because it's complete. When you have physical, physiological, emotional, psychological, spiritual, social, in all forms, you can have one area, or you can have most of them, but you lack one.
It's true.
So
not healthy.
So it combines all. It's good you clear the air.
So when we say digital detox, in fact, the word detox can be used in several ways and in several places. I mean, when we say someone is detoxing, in the medical term, we say the person is purging.
Yes.
So they have certain medications they can take to purge. Because there is a lot in their system that they need to purge themselves of. Now, digital detox is setting time off social media, electronic devices, and anything that is digital to spend time with yourself.
Please repeat it again.
Digital detox is setting time off.
Setting time off. Okay.
Your social media, your electronic devices, or anything that is digital to spend time with yourself.
So with this our era, our era, and digital, like going to social medias, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and a whole lot. We have Instagram, the rest. Can we do this?
Yes, it's possible. They say that when you know your problem very well, it's easier to solve it.
So if I couldn't. Okay, let's say that. Let me take myself for
Yeah.
instance. I'm
Yeah.
always on social media doing a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
What will be the impact?
Okay, so there are several impacts it has on the individual. Like for example, we spoke about the four
4 areas.
exactly that the psychologist sees things.
Yeah.
So biologically, there are things that happens to the individual's body, because if the individual is on social media, he deprives himself of sleep.
Number 1.
He deprives himself of eating sometimes,
Eh,
because sometimes you are hungry, but you chance on a certain news on social media. All of a sudden, we if you say, "Oh, say Udidi."
yes, that one there is there.
So that is so. What you are asking me are the signs of someone in need of a digital detox.
Yes.
Okay, so the general aspect of this whole mental health issues is that there is anxiety, there is depression, and there is stress.
Yeah.
So the digital, lack of digital detox or inadequate digital detox towards yourself, regardless of wherever you find yourself, can bring about anxiety, can bring about depression, can bring about stress.
These 3.
These
All
are
right.
these are the major
Major.
aspects of any mental health issue that will ever happen to an individual.
Okay, we pick it one by one.
Good.
So let's pick the anxiety.
Good.
And then you link it with how it will relate in that.
Yeah. So number 1, anxiety. So anxiety is a lot of things that causes one to be afraid. Anxiety is a lot of things that makes it difficult for the person to be still.
Okay.
In the midst of problems, when there is anxiety, a lot of things happen. So there are sources of anxiety. One sources of anxiety could also be something emotional.
Yeah.
In connection to our hormones and in connection to our neurotransmitters. Something we'll get into that.
Get into
we'll
that
get into
aspect.
that later.
Yes. So I want us to link the
So
digital aspect to
Good.
the anxiety.
Good. So because the individual will not set time off social media and he will want to spend almost all his days on social media, there are certain informations, there are certain pictures, there are certain videos that they themselves are open to, and it causes them to be afraid. Not to remind people of pain, but there's been certain major accidents that have happened in our country that caused a certain fear. So certain people say, hey, because of this that happened to this person, or because of this that happened to this particular car, I will not board this car again.
Yes.
So anxiety,
I've heard a lot.
exactly. Anxiety has been created by virtue of the person's exposure to social media.
Even sometimes you get to some sites, they will tell you viewers discretion. So if you know you are having some anxiety disorders, please do not watch.
Do not watch. Okay.
So that is
Then-
one thing.
Good.
Yeah.
Then we also say depression.
Okay.
There are major sources of depression, and studies have had it that one of the major sources of depression is what the individual interacts with on social media or on
Yeah.
the internet.
Okay.
Now, the individual will look at the social media and say, this person is rich. This person has everything they have. Especially when they have been rejected of maybe a job offer, or they are going through a tough time. They
Yes.
expose themselves to the social media, and then they begin to see a lot of things. And then they say, oh, I don't think I'm worth it. I don't think I'm important. But you see, the fact that you saw that someone is happy does not mean they were really happy.
Yeah. That is one thing, because I've also seen someone. I saw there was sometime I met
Yeah.
one lady, and they were just talking, and the way she was complaining, I said, but I see your post all the time, and what I see is different from what you are telling me.
Yeah.
They say, with the social media, please don't believe. Oh, I said, oh, okay, I won't believe that too. So
Exactly. Yes, because there's a lot of hypocrisy. Not a lot of. There is some form of hypocrisy on social media. They let you see what you need to see.
So if you see them and you believe, you think that, oh, these people are well doing,
Yeah, so
and you start doing other things otherwise.
Yes. Everybody has problems. If you understand it that way, you won't envy anybody. There is a very famous adage. In fact, it was even a song that we used to sing when we were in school. Rich man envy, poor man envy. Life in this world is a great struggle. The rich man is envying the poor man is envying the rich man. The rich man say, I cannot sleep in peace, I have a lot of money. The poor man is also there, I don't have money, I don't have this. At the end of the day, you realize that what you are looking for, someone is also looking for the same thing. But you see, sometimes I tell people that in order for you to be able to prevent yourself from being envious and jealous, in order for you to prevent yourself from feeling that you are not enough, you are not important, I tell them to be grateful.
Yes.
You are there complaining that I don't have a car, but you have a bicycle. You are not grateful for the fact that you have a bicycle.
You even have trotro money.
Exactly.
What a trotro.
To get someone doesn't have, and the person will have to walk distance
Exactly
to get to where they are. So sometimes, even in cases that I see, I try my possible best to bring the person to a place of gratitude, because you see, the human mind is a selfish mind.
Yes,
that's how it is, and the human mind has a way of highlighting on things that are not important. So, for example, if I should pinch somebody, all of a sudden, the human mind focuses on the pinch at the expense of other things. So, if you have a headache, you say, I have a headache, this and this and this, but it is just minute parts of your life. But there are other things of your life that are going on very well. You know, someone will say, hey, why is it that things are not happening very well? But you check their life, you realize that they have good health. You realize that they have a place to sleep. You realize that they have something to eat. So no matter what you are going through, there is something to be grateful for.
Exactly.
So, you know, stress again. Sometimes people in workplaces could expose themselves so much to digital devices like the laptop, like the phone, like maybe they are in a place where they have to do a lot of picking of calls and all those things, and they do not even have the time to even rest.
The rest.
Exactly. Please. They don't have the time to rest. That's why we are talking about digital detox. It means that you are taking time off your social media, you're taking time off your electronic devices like your phone, like your laptop, or anything that is digital, and then say, I want to spend time with myself. Because you are more important than whatever you are using. Do you understand? There is more to your life than whatever you add to yourself. It's like your clothing. Your clothing doesn't make you more important. You are important than your clothing.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
And this one, right, too, normally with all what you've talking about, I believe that you are what you eat, and what you eat is not only what you put in your mouth.
Of course.
What you watch,
that's deep.
what you think of, and what you think people are thinking of you.
So
all these things.
What you're saying is very deep. We are what you eat, honestly. You are, and because whatever you are consuming through your eye gate, through your ear gate, has a way of forming certain things within you. And by the time you realize, the person says, oh, me, I don't smoke. But you like watching movies. You like watching things that have to do with smoking. And you see, there is a beautiful part, you know, the way the brain and then the mind operate. There are major parts of the mind.
Yes.
The conscious part, the unconscious part. They say that, psychologists say that the unconscious part of our mind is what determines the majority. It's what determines the expressions of our behavior. So the person is exposed constantly to smoking videos or even horror movies. People say, I don't know why I'm scared. But you are watching horror movies. You are watching movies that makes people scared. And you say, oh, me, I'm not afraid. But you realize that when we off the lights in the room right now, you realize that now, as a result.
I remember when we were kids, we went to watch some movie with some of our friends. And then in the night, when we came home, the next day, the grandmother, because the boy stayed with the grandmother. And when the guy went to sleep, you know, Diabolo,
that movie
turns into snake. So when he was sleeping in the night, he would just jump. Yeah, snake. They just say through the whole room, no snake. And then they said they should go. Say no, there is snake in there. And later they realized that he went to watch such movies, then he was just having a nightmare about it.
You know, that's memory. Again, anxiety. So there was now let us also know that majority of the things that makes us anxious or that brings about anxiety is as a result of an external factor.
Exactly.
You know, even in scripture, it says that, you know, God hasn't given us the spirit of fear. Do you understand?
Yes.
So which means that fear is given. It's from external.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just by the way.
All right. So, please, if you just join us, we are live from Adumfie, Sisa, Ghana, and then we are discussing benefits of digital detox on mental health. We've just started though, and then with our Kankesi, our clinical psychologist, and also advocate for mental health. He's just doing his best. He's doing his best for us to get, good and sound mental health. Is very important. Mental health plays major role in our life. It's not only the physical aspect, the physiological aspect, but psychologically, mentally, everything comes together to form a good health. That is a whole, a holistic health. So please, let's take attention, and then we'll just listen keenly to this vital information. We've been always watching on our phones, playing with it, and we don't know how it's affecting our daily life. So it's very important that we start watching carefully. So please, let's continue with the topic.
All right. So someone will say, how will I know that I really need a digital detox? Someone says, digital detox,
before we go there, can it also put us into a state of committing suicide, killing someone, because recently there was a case that occurred in Kasua. That the children were saying that they watch it on social media. That the person said they should come and then they should kill someone and they will get some money. So these children killed their friend. So can it be related to it?
So it will still fall under depression.
Okay.
I need something to make me feel.
Okay.
When depression is in severity scale, there is the normal or mild. There is the severe, and then there is the extremely severe. When depression becomes extremely severe, that is when you begin to have suicidal ideations. Do you understand? You begin to, have hallucinations and delusions. You realize that you're not yourself. And those things, the common one that really happens to people are people who have, a heartbreak. And when you have
broken hearts,
so
that people know
the
what
local balance,
yes,
exactly. And when it happens that way, depending on the length of the relationship and depending on the investment the gentleman has done in the whole relationship. Imagine someone has taken a young lady throughout school, the university, with his own money. Then the lady graduates, says, "I don't want you again."
I've seen better people dying.
Exactly. That's very painful. It will cause the person to depress. Now, you spoke about suicidal ideation. Suicidal ideation is suicidal idea. Then you add a shin. It is an idea. Many people think that suicidal ideation is only taking a knife to want to kill yourself. But there are other aspects of suicidal ideation where the person says, "God, come so that you come and kill me." Or the person will begin to wish certain bad things to happen to them. Like, for example, they are in a car. Let an accident happen so that I will die. The reason for suicidal ideation is because they want to escape whatever they are going through. They want to find a way of, making themselves think that I never had this problem in the first place. So anytime the person feels like I want to escape the problem, those are the things that comes. They will begin to wish bad things to happen to them so that I'll die. When I die, people they won't feel for you. That's how it is. So suicide is a deep thing. So like these young kids that you said they saw on television that the Malam said they should go and kill somebody and do whatever thing. They saw it. And there is a twist to that. I believe strongly that at some point in time, if they grew up among certain good friends, they wouldn't have even in the first place encouraged that behavior. You see, the good book says, or the Bible says that good company corrupts, bad company corrupts good morals. I want to believe strongly that they didn't have enough good friends that would have influenced their moral values. As young as they were, what did they really need money for?
That one maybe another day we can discuss.
We'll talk about it.
So the link, we just want us to link it from what we watch all the time, and then the decisions that we take. So can it be a link that from what people watch from the social media, like sometimes, for another example is that when I think in the 2000s or whatever, when they capture Saddam Hussein and they were just killing him, they hung him, and it was being shown, and according to research they said that over 12 young children died alongside because they were just practicing what they were watching. And the time that they realized these children have died alongside with him. So does it mean that what we watch normally on the systems, the social media, you see people, Malam saying, hey, I have money, come. These people are saying, oh, you can do it. So does it have effects on our daily lives from what we watch?
Yes. The good book says that, right? It says, as a man thinketh, so he is.
Okay.
In other words, the major expression of your behavior is as a result of what is up here.
Okay.
And one of the ways, like you spoke about, the things we consume, not just food, the things we consume has a way of affecting our entire life. So our exposure to these things inform our mind. That's what I was talking about, the different parts of the mind.
Yeah.
The subconscious part of the mind has a way of, the more you are being exposed to something, the more I keep looking at something, the more I will end up becoming it.
Okay.
I might not be it at once, but eventually
you become one.
when the situation presents itself. All right. So okay, you continue.
So we'll be coming back to the importance.
Sure.
But before then, please, if you just join us, you're live from Adon Fiesisa Ghana Radio, and my name is Isaac with our psychologist, Mr. No, he's actually at the Mr. Justice Oklu Eji. So he's a clinical psychologist and at the same time advocate for mental health. And he's live with us and with our producer, Mr. Andy, also in the studios doing the do's for us. Thank you, Mr. Andy. So please, let's do the you're talking about the importance of this particular topic that we are doing.
So why is it important for me as a normal individual? Why is it important for me even as someone who works with electronic devices?
Yeah.
Why is it important for somebody who, for me to have digital detox?
Okay.
Like we've already said, that digital detox is setting time off.
Taking some time away from your machines.
Exactly. Away from your machines, from social media, to spend time with yourself. Now, digital detox can be short term or long term. Now, a short term could be within my 24 hours of the day, I will take 1 hour off to spend time with myself.
Okay.
I nearly mentioned that quiet time, but I've forgotten that some people do quiet time with their phones.
Yeah.
So they'll read the Bible with their phones. So I nearly said, okay. But majority of the people that do quiet time do it with physical Bibles. That is a way of spending time with yourself. All right. Now, the long term, digital detox might say, throughout the week, I will not touch my phone.
I will not receive call too.
Oh, no. Depending on the work you're doing.
Okay.
Do you understand? There are certain work that demands that you need your phone by yourself, by your side. Like, for example, if I go to Togo or I go to maybe a different country, there's a likelihood I will not receive call except WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it can be a nice opportunity for me to, and that is why someone will say, hey, but I will not tell my wife, I will not tell my husband, should I go ahead and then digital detox? No, you don't have to go ahead and then digital detox. You need to inform the people that are very important to you.
Okay.
On your phone. That I want to take.
Okay. What about, let's say I've been traveling, or let's say I'm away from my parents or away from my family, my wife, my children, and in the morning I'll just would spend about 5 minutes talking to them. Then I go off, and maybe in the evening I'll just still check about them if they are doing well or whatever is going on in their life. Then if everything is okay, I go off. Would that one is it acceptable or total withdrawal from the phone?
No. That's why I said we have short term.
Yeah. So I'm doing the long term, but I'm away from my family and I need to check up with them all the time.
Checking up on my wife or my children to find out them doesn't mean I've distorted my digital process.
Okay, that is what I want us to clarify.
Yes, that one is easy. Because that one is important. It's a vital or an essential aspect of your life, which is your family and your wife. So, yes, I call. But after the call, it ends there.
All right.
I don't now come in social media and come and say, let me see what is happening. Do you understand? In that way, you are not digital detoxing.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So, first of all, you need to identify why I need to digital detox. Yeah. And we've established the fact that the reason why we need digital detox is because it brings about anxiety, brings about stress, brings about depression, makes it difficult for you to even focus on whatever you are doing. Makes it very difficult for you to even have what we call energy conservation.
All right.
the energy that you are supposed to use for something, you are using it for another thing.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it affects the individual. So for example, when we talk about blue lights, that was one thing I forgot to talk about.
Okay.
The more I keep looking at my phone, the more I keep looking at my screen without taking time off the screen, or even TV, or whatever it is that has contact with my eye, there is a way it affects the quality of our sleep and our mood, because the eye is exposed to the blue light, and
which
the
is the
blue
ultraviolet.
exactly, ultraviolet rays, which has an impact on a very important chemical substance in our body, which is melatonin, which improves or which determines the quality of your sleep and your mood.
Okay.
So if you are sad, ask yourself that, oh, when was the last time I took time off social media?
Okay, that is one thing.
Exactly. Ask yourself, oh, though I work with computers a lot, when I leave work, do I still go and then look at my phone or look at what is happening on the computer and all those kind of things? So I mean, that's it. So we have established the fact that the reason why it is important for us to digital detox is because we want to find a way of doing away, or preventing ourselves from having anxiety, depression, and stress.
All right.
Do you understand?
Yeah, these
so
things.
There is also recovery process. The body is like a machine. If you overuse the body, to break down.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yes.
24/7, you cannot be on your phone. And if you choose to be on your phone 24/7 or your electronic devices, you might not see the impact now, but progressively, you realize that your mood is affected. And sometimes you will say, I don't know what is happening to me. I don't know what is happening to me. But it was as a result of the time that you quote and unquote wasted on something that didn't bring any importance to you.
Wow. And in fact, if you just joined us, we are live from Adonfia, and we are discussing digital detox on mental health. It's very important. The benefits is what we are discussing with our clinical psychologist, Justice. He said I should call him Justice. I shouldn't add the Mr. I'll be adding Mr. Uklu. So Justice, and we are talking now. We are on the benefits.
Yes, benefits.
So aside this one, what other benefits can we also gain?
Okay. The other benefit is that it helps you focus. I didn't explain that to you very well.
Okay.
So, Weston Churchill one day was asked that what is the secret of your success? In fact, they had closed for a meeting and then they were just going, and then a journalist shouted his name and he says, what is the secret? Because they will not have the chance to even come and use the mic. And then he says, he mentioned energy conservation. Now, this is what he meant by energy conservation. It says, you do not sleep when you are supposed to stand. You do not, in fact, the sleep was the last thing he spoke about.
Time for everything.
Yes, but the sleep was the last thing he spoke about. He says, you do not stand when you are supposed to sit. You don't sit when you are supposed to stand. You don't run when you are supposed to walk. You don't walk when you are supposed to run. You don't stay active when you are supposed to sleep. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, digital detox brings us to a place where we focus our strength. We focus the energy that we have on very important and key things. Now, someone will say, but me, I work with laptop. Yes, you work with laptop. But when you are done working with the laptop, where do you go to? Is it your phone? And if I'm working on my phone, does it bring any benefits to me? Do you understand? We are not saying that technology is not important. We are not saying the phone is not important.
Yes.
It is important.
It's about how you use it.
Do you
the
understand?
time that you're supposed to use it.
Exactly. Set boundaries. Because without setting boundaries, it will be very difficult for you to be able to digital detox.
And in fact, with the social media, they are very addictive. So if you don't take care, you don't know that it's drawing you. It's like taking alcohol or taking those who do the or that ones. If you are starting it, nice. The time that you realize it has consumed you, everything of you. So please, it's very important that we're running
a research in psychosocial factors that predict internet addiction among tertiary students, and one of the things we're looking out for was self-esteem.
Low self-esteem.
Yes.
Okay.
We're trying to explore individual self-esteem, and we're also trying to explore other reasons in the environment which makes people get addicted to the internet.
I think one is stress. We are trying to kill stress, but in the end, we end up being stressed with what we are using to kill the stress.
We call it in psychology coping mechanisms. When people are stressed out, the body has a natural response to cope with the situation. However, sometimes the response our body gives to cope with the situation are unhealthy.
Yeah, they become the worst one.
Exactly. So, for example, someone loses a huge sums of money, especially if the person is a bit matured and maybe they are okay to taking alcohol. The first thing to think about is going to take an alcohol, some strong drink. Do you understand? But is it healthy?
That is even short term.
Exactly.
It will just wear off in 8 hours time.
Exactly.
And you start come back to your state.
Exactly. Do you understand? So I mean, that's it. It helps focus. It helps you conserve your energy that you're supposed to use it to work, and then it blocks access. To things that makes it very easier for you to be anxious. Things that makes it very easier for you to have depression. Things that makes it very easier. Those kind of things.
And that can we say that it helps a good marriage home?
It depends on what they are consuming.
Yeah,
and it depends
because there is recent studies that I read about that a lot of young marriages are now breaking because the wife will just go home instead of her to cook. You see them tapping on their phone, watching videos. They tend to realize it's too late. Now the husband too will come home. Instead of the person to cuddle the wife, you see him too playing so many games on the social media. The time I realize it's too late, the wife will be just sleeping.
Yeah.
And the time I realize,
Well, it's true. I think that when like for example, what we are doing here is to create awareness.
Yes.
For people to realize that what I was doing is a problem, not a solution to the problem that I have. I'm rather adding up more problems to whatever that is happening to me. Now, I just wanted to put this across.
Okay.
When we say that set time off your social media platforms, set time off your digital devices and everything, we are not saying that just be there. Fill it up with something else.
Okay.
So if I'm going to take time off my phone, my devices, I have to get a book and read. Or, for example, you spoke about marriage.
Yeah.
That sometimes they'll spend time on their phone and don't spend time with their wives. If I say I want to take time off my phone, then I have to spend time with my wife.
Okay.
If I say I want to take time off my laptop or everything, then I have to read my Bible or I have to read a book that will develop my skill.
Or that will help you even to not to go back to your state, but rather focus on what you're trying to do.
Exactly. It gives you the opportunity to reassess yourself easily.
Very important. Yeah. Very important. Then my emphasis also be that as you're taking your time off from your screens, sleep.
That is also a very important part.
Because most of the times, those who are stressed in the morning starts, I think, in the evening. You close from work, sometimes they don't even eat, and the time they realize they are eating around 12 a.m. Very late in the night. And sometimes too, they just finish eating, they pick their phone, and the time they realize it's almost maybe 1 a.m. The next day you are going to work, and you have to wake up around 4. So the sleep pattern has also been changed. So once you are taking off from screens, then you need to also do the needful.
So someone will be like, oh, these people are talking like everything is fine. No, everything is not fine. There are times that we ourselves struggle to digital detox, but we remind ourselves that you are out there and you are sharing information with people here and there. Sometimes you also need to live an exemplary life.
Exactly.
One time I was giving a presentation and a friend of mine was in the presentation, and then I said something like, we should stop eating late, and then after the whole presentation he came, he said, you are telling us to stop eating late, but you are eating late. I said, no, sometimes we also have to preach to ourselves.
Yes.
And that is why we are on the pulpit. If we minister, we are ministering to ourselves too.
Exactly.
That's why important. I mean, sometimes when I go for studio sessions, speak on radio, I go to really look at myself, or even when I go for presentations or ministrations, I sometimes record myself so that I can be able to listen to what really I've said, Number one, for assessment. Number two, to also do the thing that I have shared with
this one that you have it on the social media platforms every day, anytime.
Exactly.
So it's not going to get lost.
Exactly.
If you just join us, we are about to wrap up from the studios, and we are discussing benefits of digital detox
on mental health.
So how you take some breaks from our social media platforms. Sometimes you just watch so many things and they are becoming poisonous to us. They are limiting our lives. Some are also giving us some ideations of which is going to harm us or another person. Imagine being a driver, you work throughout the whole day, and then in the evening, so instead of you to sleep to get energy, you are still watching things on the social media. And you are also going on long journey too. In the morning, you slept for only 2 hours. You just go into the hills and you start imagine people's life, and you're going to kill us all, of which you are not ready to die.
Yes.
So please, it's very important. And also, if you are a married partner, or is it right to say married partner?
Married partners.
Yeah. Who have just been addicted to social media, always watching things, Facebook, TikTok, and other platforms. Please
making a lot of calls.
Please spend that time with your partners and then make the home lovely.
Yeah.
Because social media is breaking homes these days.
Wow.
It's breaking homes. And a lot is happening. So please, we beg you, we want you to get close. We've been preaching. Some are also praying for life partners they are not getting. Oh, God are giving you a partner, and still you don't want to spend time with him or her.
To enjoy your partner.
You see, now you're enjoying social media and then you're leaving your home. Is it nice? And then I'll also add some few things to it before we go. And I'll be talking about the physiological aspect. He talked about the mental aspect. I'm talking about physiological.
Yeah.
You know, spending time on screens also affects your sight.
Wow.
A time will come that you may need some glasses or you may not see well. It's another thing that you also have to talk about it, because the ultraviolet rays that we are talking about, it also have effects on your sight. It's very important. You can also check if I'm lying. You can also look on your phones just like that and take off your eyes and see how your eyes is going to be. So it's very important that we all take advantage to this talk and then learn from what you are saying. And please, is there anything that you add up for us to go?
Okay, so you say we're wrapping up.
Yes.
Right, okay. So we've come to realize the importance of digital detox. And we came to understand that without digital detox, a lot of things will go wrong with our emotions, will go wrong with the way we concentrate at work. The quality of our lives will always be affected without digital detox. And we were saying that once we have practiced digital detox, it prevents us from being easily influenced by the things that will cause us to have depression and anxiety. However, the mindset we carry about, or the interpretation we carry about these various problems that are happening in our lives, is very important. A positive mindset will really help us. Now, to conclude about the whole thing is that when we say...
before you conclude, I want us to also stretch it to young ones, because these days our homes, we've been giving phones to the young ones. Whenever we just want to do something, just give them the phones. Is that one also have some negative implications on that?
It is having, like you spoke about the medical side or the physiological side. It is affecting their eyesight. Sometimes you see them at night and they are on their phones, or on the tablets, and all this. Other side too is that you build a certain kind of behavior within them. At a younger age, addiction has already started.
Yes.
You realize that you take it from them and they can cry throughout the night.
And even today, I watched something on social media that there was a mother who took the child's phone because the child was not doing certain things. And the moment she took it from the child, destroyed everything in their rooms.
Anger.
Yes.
So at a very younger age, the child is building certain characters and certain behaviors. Anger is built up in there. So, I mean, someone will say, but we are educating our children. Yes, you are educating your children, but as at that time, your child doesn't need social media more than physical contact.
Exactly.
That is why they go to school.
And these days, one thing is that one thing I've also realized is that it separates. There is a bond between mother and child, or father and child, and the human relations now is going down.
It's true.
There are some children who comes you see them when you interact, you see that the human relation is not there.
It's true.
Sometimes how they talk like toys.
Yeah.
How they behave.
It's true. It's true.
So all is through this kind of social media things or the phones that we be giving to our children. Spend more time there.
Yeah.
Than human relations.
Yeah, it's true. It's so very important. And so I think some parents will now begin to see how important it is not to give your phone to your child, because even if you are not concerned about their emotions and about their behavior, their eyesight it will be affected. You know, sometimes we come to church, so in order to prevent the child from crying, we will give them the phone and they'll stop crying. But the behavior has not been controlled.
Exactly.
And the child will not always have your phone.
And
you know,
sometimes they talk like what they watch.
Exactly. I mean, you are what you watch. You are what you eat.
Yes.
And it's not just about food, but the things that you see on social media.
Yeah, that
all right.
one.
So yeah, it has a major impact on children. So I mean, back to what we were saying, that if you say you want to digital detox, plan it.
Okay.
Don't just start up and say, this morning I want to digital detox. No. And understand that. Ask yourself, is it short term? Is it long term? If it's long term, is it weekly? Is it monthly? Within the month, you can even set one day within the month and say, this time I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm going to spend time with myself. Like, for example, people say, I'm going for recollection, I'm going for retreat, I'm going for a camp meeting. When you go for camp meeting, try and put your phone aside and then focus on yourself. All right. So,
all right. Yeah. Special thanks to you, boss. Justice. All right. So if you just join us, we are wrapping up and we are almost done. And we are discussing digital detox, benefits of digital detox on our mental health.
Yeah.
And our guest is Justice Oklu AJ, Mr. He doesn't want the mixture, but I've added to him. And we are live from Adobe Sister Ghana Radio, and these talks will be available on various social media platforms at any time. You can just go there and watch. And then he has enlightened us on so many things, the importance of why we should sometimes take some time off our social media platforms, sometimes our phones, watching TVs and a whole lot. Not those who have smartphones alone, but you also have TV. And sometimes you close from work, you come home, you just watch television from the time that you close to about 11, 12 p.m.
Even in bathrooms and washrooms.
Yes, some people are bathing and you see them using their phone. And all these things have effects on our health.
Yeah.
Not just physical, but also mental. And you know, what you consume is what you do.
It's true.
So please, it's very important. And the special area that I'm always emphasizing is on the children.
Yeah.
The reason is that I have worked with children before. I've worked with children. And I know how they come. When they come there, the
How
effect.
they behave.
Exactly. Sometimes we advise mothers, oh, please, do you always give your phone, or these children used to watch toys? They'll say, oh, yeah. They have their tablet. Sometimes we advise them, oh, please, this time around, if you can take off the phones from these children for some time, it will be of help. Because how they interact, their human relations, is too bad. And it will not just have the effect now, but rather another day, you are going to have it there.
Yeah.
So it's very important that you've talked about this topic. And I know our listeners, they know better than we do. And they are going to comply or doing more to their children, and then how they are going to detox these kind of actions. Please, is there anyone that you greet?
Oh, still shout out. Oh, I forgot to say a shout out to my mother, Florence Manso Clue. Okay. I always say that I'm a son of a cover seller. She's in Kaswa. As of now, she's selling. And I want to say, Mommy, thank you very much for your investment in my life and everything. And then
not only your life in Ghana, because you're also benefiting from what they've done.
Oh, thank you.
But next time I'm coming to Kaswa with my spoon in my bag.
Oh, okay. With producer.
Yes.
The producer Andy, don't worry.
Yeah, we are going to
I'll serve you very well.
Yes. Okay, thank you. My name is Isaac, and we are live from Adonfie. We've just ended our topic, and special thanks to the people of Adonfie, from the director to the Reverend Father Rex, and everyone in Adonfie community. Our dear producer, Mr. Andrews. He too, he doesn't like the mister, but also I've given to him. Yes, also for induce. Yeah, also in Sri Lanka. And special thanks to those at Hope Christian Medical Center, especially with the child health department, the matron, everyone, Dr. Aduma, and all the people of the emergency unit in the pediatric units. PEU, Pediatric Emergency Unit, my in charge. Sister. All right, so next time, same week, no, next week, same time. My name is Isaac, and I'm out.